Glorious day to you, my friends. Welcome to Being, day number 36, Blissful Existence, Illuminating and Nurturing Grace, while we become empty. That's another where for 144 days we're going to be chanting, breathing, and spending time with our inner being, with spirit, with the holy fire. All of these three things are the same thing, your true authentic self. But don't take my word for it. Let's ask your inner being what it has to say about it. The imagery they gave me is we're spiraling up this great pyramid to the edge of the matrix. We're going to poke our awareness through the hub of the dharma chakra, using the Eye of Providence. We're going to gain a new perspective, a divine perspective on this reality. And since we're spiraling up, we're using the golden spiral, the Fibonacci sequence. So for the first 55 days, we're loosening our grip on our attachments, our cords, our roots into this physicality, our nourishment from this physicality, and we're placing those roots in the heart, in love, in spirit, in the holy fire, all of them mean the same thing. As we're, like yesterday, investing in love, investing in ourselves, investing in the self, investing in the Brahma Vihara, our divine abode within. We're investing in awareness. And for these first 55 days, we're doing this by chanting the magical chant, the wisdom that it has shared so far has been amazing. What is it going to share today? Om Mani Padme, Om Mani Padme Hum. And we're chanting using the Mala of Joy. We're going to chant Om Mani Padme Hum 108 times. And then, after a slight transition, we're going to chant Om Ahung 36 times. Why? Because we're going to reinforce us raising our consciousness into spirit, raising our consciousness up, using our entire being, these 108 seeds in the mala. And when we're at this guru bead, at the edge of the mala, which is this anda, this egg, this seed, that from which everything came. Today, we'll pause on that, the topic of today. So this Mala of Joy, we break up the 108 seeds into 9 groups of 12. And each of these 9 groups represents one of the chakras in our Merkaba. And each of these chakras, starting off with Vasundhara at the bottom of our Merkaba, in our auric field outside of our physical bodies, is Vasundhara, the Earth Star chakra. Our root systems into nourishment, our access into this Annamaya Kosha, this Isatakarayatata, this nourishment, this food, this physicality. And we can pause there. Because today we're talking about the story of you. How and why you incarnated here on planet Earth. Because it all has to do with Vasundhara. It has to do with all of our chakras. It has to do with everything. Remind me, we're on Vasundhara. And these koshas, the Anamaya kosha, Niatakas Uturu Uttakarya Sahata. Thank you to the hacker who tried to hack my website, aquarianfire.com, because they tried to do so with a username, Ilona. Ilona is so similar to one of my guides and one of the beings that I channel. So I looked into it, and I looked into other things, and it led me to, interestingly, the Lalita Vistara Niyarata, the Sutra, the story of the Buddha, Niyarasa Atakara Asata, Siddhartha Gautam, Niyarasa Akaitoro Osuko. And although it is his story, and they wrote it specifically about him, it is also your story, because Lalita means this divine playfulness. You, from this consciousness, this Anda, you are the Supreme Consciousness. There is no difference between you and me. In Lakesh, I am another you. When we were consciousness alone, before we awakened, Bodhai, before the beginning of this matrix, no matter how many other times we awakened and created a matrix, through this anda, this egg, this seed of nothingness, we created this matrix. We emitted, we uttered Om Si Ikutur Anahasa Atakara Sahatakarehaso, which then brought about the Bhuva Sva, or Bur Bhuva Svaha, Niaraska Atakar, the form, the essence of the form, and the self, and all the ideas of the self, the Svaha, Niaraska Atakuru Sukuto. But in this sattva, because once it is created, we're now in the gunas, niyarasa atikaryata, the three aspects of everything, this sattva, this rajas, this tamas, this physicality, us being in our lower chakras, and this rajas, we have practiced a lot, and we have mastered our mind, and the lower chakras control over our actions and our mind and our perceptions. This rajas niyatar skanahotoryuto. So once we incarnated, once we're in this sattvas, niyarata atir sokoto, in this lotus of awareness, because everything is created, niyarasa atakuryocho otoro sahanatita. No matter how you view this soul group and these levels of heaven, it does not matter. Because we all stem from the light, the consciousness, in all these ideas of separation. Because the soul group and us being lower than creator beings are all ideas of separation. And these ideas are either going to cause us to rejoice or they're going to cause us to, I'm not a creator being. How we view things. How we view things can influence our emotions and our mood. Which is why we're practicing this meditation, which is why we're practicing our breath, which is why we're practicing spending time with our inner being, so that all these ideas of what this is and that is aren't going to affect our alignment. They're not, see this? They're not going to affect our alignment. This is the whole idea of going from tamas to rajas, is that we have control of our mind so that we can control our alignment. Once we get to this sattvas, there's no need to control our alignment because we're so enamored with this bliss, this playfulness, this lalita, this divine playfulness, that we're always in alignment because we see everything is always in alignment. And everything is divine, how it plays out. And when we're sitting there in this lotus of awareness, in the ultimate essence of this sattva, this bodhisattva, when we are this, when we are this Om Mani Padme Hum, this jewel of the lotus, it all means the same thing. And this is nothing we need to reach for because we already are it. And when we're sitting there, we decided to incarnate, to explore, to play this lalita. We decided to play from the higher realms. And we just saw it as we want to play. We want to play with the ideas and the ideas. So we created this conscious mind. We created this life, this person that we call Will Mitchell. We created this. And we created this other idea. Oh, well, all the things that Will Mitchell learns, how can it play out over and over again in this whole idea of all the lifetimes of Will Mitchell? And then how can I transcend that to get back to this playfulness in this bodhisattva, in this lotus of awareness, this mandala, in what we call the highest realms, from our idea of separation as a human, Kisata ni ichiryoto. Yes, shaha, saha, svaha, all the same thing. Ni arkashahi so utara tikyaya. Sahasrara. See, we came here to play from the higher realms. This Vistara, they're just words. And as we meditate more, and as we breathe more, and as we spend more time with our inner being, it will reinforce all these ideas that we are this, we are our inner being. And we are our breath. And it makes, hopefully it can reinforce in our mind that we can play at life, that we can live this love that is eking to shine outwards, that we can play and shine this love, and life. Life, because we are this living light. And when we were sitting in this lotus of awareness, we decided we're in our bliss, we're in our Anamaya Kosha, we're in this Paramananda, Anandamaya Kosha, Nirosa Atakorea. We are just bliss, we're blissful awareness, observing everything that's going on. And when we decide to interact and create with it, besides just observing, that's when we decide to play. And we decided that to play further, to cause more expansion, we need these ideas of separation to put on ourselves. We put on these clothes, these koshas. We put on this kosha of higher knowledge, of wisdom. Ooh, what's more? Ooh, I like that. You guys are amazing. You girls too. The divine feminine chimed in. Alona. We played, and we put on all these ideas of higher knowledge, this vijnana maya kosha, nyarasa, this illusion of higher knowledge. We're sitting in everything. There is no higher, there's no lower. But by creating these ideas of separation, we can then say, oh, this is now lower knowledge, and this is higher knowledge. This is normal knowledge. This is low vibrational knowledge. We created all these ideas of separation through this Vijnanamaya Kosha. Vijnanamaya Kosha. How's that? Askuhashya. Interestingly, pause there for a moment. Ilona is a Hungarian name, which is taken from as Helen from Greek. What was your point again? Hisati tukuru ushahya atakahasi. Nitigarasha aku uru to urhana e takarahasaka aturu urtakaria. Thank you. So then I started looking up some Hungarian words. Niaraska atukuryuto. And interestingly, Anya, Agnya, are both Hungarian words as well as Sanskrit words. Anya is mother. It's mother in Hungarian. It's Kasihigu, maternal. It's divine feminine. Well, this is a divine feminine chakra. And Agya, one of the ways to say this chakra name, means bed. This is our peaceful place of dormancy. The sleep is just nitukurusukatata. This is the sleep part of it. This is the awakened part of it. Nyaraska ato, living in our lower chakras. Even living in what we think is our truth. Nyorusa akatuhatia rasana. Until we get past the duality. Until we can see it as duality. In that our inner being can see it as perfection. Because that's the leap to dwell in our lotus. And it's not really a leap, because once we get near there, once we stop viewing it as higher wisdom, we just view it as, as we see it as playfulness of the interchange of energy, playfulness in everyone's reactions. Maybe we can smile at it. And we put on this Vijnanamaya Kosha. And then to incarnate further in lower densities, lower dimensions, more dense dimensions. We put on this Manomaya Kosha, this idea of the mind where the ego can be created. And then we put on another cloak, another piece of clothing, another kosha, this pranamaya kosha, this breath. So we can interact with this physicality, in this meat sack called a body, this temple. Don't get me wrong. This is an aspect of the Brahma Vihara. This is, besides that, our abode, our true abode of consciousness here. This is the temple of God right here. Our physicality, this meat sack. And our connection to our breath helps us get to this, helps us rise up above our lower chakras, our fears, our guilt and shame, our emotions, our desires. And then our final piece of clothing we put on is this Anna Maya Kosha, this nourishment, this food. And during these first 55 days, as we place more roots into spirit, into our heart center, we then are pulling our nourishment, we're deriving our nourishment, we're receiving our nourishment from spirit, from the Mani in the Padme. So I thank you, hacker out there, Nito Urosaka, named Ilona, Niarasa Akatura, Arsa. So we can talk about your story of incarnation. And all this idea of ascension is taking off the clothing, running around naked and free up in this lotus of awareness. When we eventually take off this Anamaya Kosha and we get into the breath, we can be this pure breath. And then eventually when we spiral up enough, but according to Ashtavakra, we can choose to do this at any moment, because when we think we're free, we are free. And we can take off this Pranamaya Kosha and be only in the mind. And then we can take off this Manomaya Kosha and only be dwelling in the wisdom. And then we can take off this judgment of what's wisdom and what's not wisdom. Some call it discernment, but it's all a form of judgment. And then as we dwell in this Ananda, this Ananda Maya Kosha, this Kosha goes away and the Maya of human bliss and pure bliss, this Paramananda, just turns into, and as we're sitting there, observing everything, we can always choose to return to the Anda, the bliss of that Anda, of the nothingness, of the void, of the before everything, which is okay. We can. As a matter of fact, we do it all the time. So, shh, big secret. We do it in between every now. This is the space in between all the nows, all the moments. Nitukuta, shiha, nirata atakoro husukuto. Okay, so back to Vasundhara, the Earth Star Chakra. Next up is Muladhara, our root chakra. Svadhisthana, our sacral chakra. Manipura, the solar plexus chakra. Anahata, the heart center, the heart chakra. Vishuddha, the throat chakra. Agnya, Anya, Agya, all three different ways. There's many, many more ways to say this. The third eye chakra. Sahasrara, the crown chakra, and at the top of our Merkaba is Vyapini, the goddess who is everywhere, this soul star chakra. which is simply the awareness of all the petal leaves on this Padme, this lotus of awareness. But through this idea of ascension and verticality and the different dimensions, and we think we're in the third dimension and rising our consciousness above, we're going through the three ideas in this Guru bead of the Gankil, these three ideas of Rita, divine timing, cosmic order, wisdom. We can attach into these at any point in time because they all exist here. And then Vikara, this higher vibration, this higher change, this divine action, divine change, divine action in divine right timing. And this third idea is Shrishti, this divine creation, divine emanation. And for that, we're going to chant Om, Ahung, the wisdom in the emptiness that we are. That's the union of it. Hum, Uturu, Shika, Atura, Asana. Interestingly, Hu means who. Sa Atura, Atakara, Asata. Hu, you, Tura, Askana, Tukariyata. This Lalita is your story. It's the story of you and how you play. We can't do this wrong. We can't. We are 100% successful in everything that we do because what we put out to the universe is what we get back. You're not doing it wrong. And you're not seeing the situation wrong. Just when we are experiencing this contrast, when we're experiencing the displeasure, our inner being isn't judging us wrong. Our inner being is just saying, hey, there's a different way to view that situation. Okay? There's one, the one that can cause joy, or there is a viewpoint of joy and love that we can see that situation. In our humanness, it's so difficult to see that. Which is why we're breathing. Which is why we're chanting. Which is why we're spending time with our inner being. So these types of viewpoint can be reinforced in this thing called a mind. Because they're already reinforced in this thing called a mind. The heart mind. But as with everything that I say, don't take my word for it. Breathe with us, chant with us, and let's see what your inner being has to say about it. So I invite you to relax. Whether you lie down, whether you sit. I'm going to switch my legs. Or whether you sit in seated meditation. Comfort and ease and relaxing. Allowing as we settle in. As we let go of the day, as we let go of what's going to happen, as we simply breathe, let us focus our awareness on the breath. as we begin to lengthen and deepen our breath. As we become more aware of the sound of our breath, as we feel the temperature on our in-breath, and the temperature on the out-breath. As we feel how it feels to breathe in, now let us focus our awareness on our heart center. For in our heart center is the home of our holy fire. And our holy fire is the source of our bright light. And every breath that we take with intention fans the flames of our holy fire and brightens our already bright light. In our holy fire is the holy fire. And it comes from and already resides in the highest source of consciousness that is both inside of you and outside of you. And in this highest source of consciousness, there is no ego. There is no individual. We are all one. The all is the one, and the one is the all. Where there is only total acceptance, which is unconditional love. There is no judgment. Only awareness. As it respects all free will to view, to perceive, to think, to speak, and to act as one does. So let us take this pure holy fire from our heart centers and move it down through the chakras, purifying the lower chakras, moving it down through Mani Padme, purifying, aligning, harmonizing the big swings through alignment, moving this holy fire down through Svadhisthana, purifying, harmonizing, bringing it inwards through alignment. Moving this holy fire down through Muladhara, purifying, harmonizing, bringing in the big swings of stability, stabilizing and aligning. Moving this holy fire down through Vasundhara, purifying our roots into Gaia and into spirit, allowing the roots to be where they want to be. Harmonizing, aligning, moving this holy fire down through all of the roots, down deep into the core of Gaia, wrapping these roots around the heart of Gaia, giving her a great big hug, and receiving her reminder, which is her grounded love, that we are all from spirit. And we are not made of this earth, this water, this fire, this air, nor are we made of the space in between these elements. And bringing back her grounded love, this non-judgmental love of total acceptance, unifying and bringing up all the ideas of Gaia, of earth, of physicality, unifying it up with Vasundhara, our root system. This physicality. Harmonizing. Balancing. Stabilizing. Aligning. Bringing up this unified energy and unifying with Muladhara, harmonizing, balancing, stabilizing, aligning, moving this unified energy upwards, unifying with Svadhisthana, harmonizing, balancing, stabilizing, aligning, sending this unified energy upwards and unifying with Mani Padme, harmonizing, balancing, stabilizing, aligning, rising this unified energy upwards into Anahata, unifying, harmonizing, balancing, stabilizing, aligning, expanding. Let us rise up this consciousness, this unified energy, unifying with Vishuddha, harmonizing, purifying our ideas of sound, of truth, of space, balancing, stabilizing, aligning, expanding, elevating this unified consciousness upwards, unifying with Anya, Agnya, Agya, purifying our insight, harmonizing, balancing, stabilizing, aligning, expanding. Now let us elevate this consciousness, this unified consciousness, upwards and unifying with Sahasrara, purifying, harmonizing, balancing, stabilizing, aligning, now let us elevate this consciousness, this unified energy, and unify with Vyapini, the goddess who is everywhere, everything, awareness, all observations and perception, purifying, harmonizing, balancing, stabilizing, aligning, expanding, allowing awareness to just be. Unifying this awareness with the ideas of Reta, harmonizing divine order, balancing divine timing, stabilizing observation, aligning with existence, with awareness, unifying the ideas of Vikara, harmonizing divine change, balancing divine action, stabilizing, aligning, unifying with the ideas of Shrishti, harmonizing with divine creation, balancing with divine emanation, stabilizing divine appearance as we align with pure observation with no judgment. Simply aware. I invite us to start off with one Aum, the primordial sound of the universe, simply stretched out into the three sound components, Ah, Oo, and The expansive Ah, the grounding Oo, the realization and embodiment of and the savoring of as we chant Om Mani Padme Hum 108 times, using the Mala of joy, the mind of joy, the Arasaya Kota. The Koshi chime at the end will let us know when we're on the last one. And the invitation to close, to transition with one Aum. After a few breaths on our own, the invitation to transition with one I Ying. Aim or Eng, the divine feminine version of Om, is simply stretched out into its three component sounds. Ah, the expansive heart. E, the eternal crown, the eternal lotus. And the Ing, the NG, the resonation of it all, the resonation of the Om. And the invitation to chant Om, Ah, Om, 36 times. The Koshi chime at the end will let us know when we're on the last one. And the invitation to close out with one I Ying. Inner breath in for Aum. Aum. Inner breath in to chant. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Hum.
Padme Hum. Om Mani 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 Padme Mani Padme Hum. Om 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 Mani Padme Hum.
And a breath in for Aum. And a breath in for Aing. And a breath in to chant. And a breath in for Aying. Stay here as long as you like. Maybe even pause the video to spend more time in the energy. To spend more time playing with the energy. When you are ready, slowly bring awareness back to the here and now. Maybe invite in some gentle movements. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes. When you're ready. When you are ready, slowly open your eyes and welcome in the new now. Hututu uvurta asa. Hishata karata edara hasene hirato hutoro shoya okatakehirata. Kasa nileriata aruto urutakara. Wow, they shared a lot. I have a lot to write about. Congratulations, my friends. We have completed day number 36 of being, blissful existence, illuminating and nurturing grace. Exactly what Om Mani Padme Hum means. Niaraska atakaryoto. Exactly what Om Hung means. Niarasa akatoto urasa katita. In a nutshell, what they said. I encourage you to journal about what you observed. Niarashko, about your experience. Nitakarasa atakata. Without any judgment, just write it down and see how it flows. Susu ukuturyo tota. What they talked about, well, water is life, my friends. Nihakata rasaheta. This mani, this jewel that we are, Niaryeshka Aturu, this brilliant jewel that we are, this Om Mani Padme Hum, this jewel is this anda, this egg. This jewel that is shining, that is awakened, this is illuminated, this bodhisattva is awakened, this awakened light, this awakened jewel, this shining jewel, this anda is simply this mani, this jewel who is not aware that it is awake. Is not aware that it is already shining. That is it. In this cycle of Om Mani Padme Hum is the cycle of the Mala. When we're in this anda, we are this guru bead. And there is no order to the Mala. There is no right way of clockwise or counterclockwise. There is no beginning bead. There is no ending bead. We pick up the mala and we just switch beads. Chant, then move to the next bead, move to the next bead, move to the next bead. And we're done when we get back to the guru bead. It's the same thing with every moment in incarnation. We start with the guru bead, with the anda of nothingness, and we then come to be this bodhisattva in the lotus of awareness. And then we come downward through all of the seeds, through all of the dimensions, to our reality, back into Vasundhara with our guru bead. The guru bead is at the bottom and the top here. Niara aska atakarawasa utur. There we go. Kasikata. Maybe I'll align it with that. Can I align it with the fire? Uturu shahanata arakahesa. There we go. We're aligned when we stretch out the mala. Niarasa akata. I'll just do it like this through my center line. Niarasa atakarasatita. And when we get down to the heart of Gaia, we realize that we are this Mani, this brilliant jewel that's in the lotus of awareness. And then we send that information back up, and we go through each of the beads in the mala, all the way back up to the lotus of awareness, back to the guru bead up here, where we are in realization of the thought of the one, the individual. Every thought we do this. The thought then comes up to this guru in, this Mani in the lotus of awareness. Then it goes back to, it does this Om Mani Padme Hum cycle of receiving the input, baking it before breathing it out. Because this baking it in is the anda. This embodying it is the anda. This breath in, this breath out are just the ripples. There's no difference between the in-breath and the out-breath. And then when it integrates the thought, it sends out the response, and it's all instantaneous. And then we come back down the mala, every seed, one seed at a time, down through all these chakras, these ideas from Vasundhara, Vyapini, down to Vasundhara, back to the guru bead, and we realize it is in our vortex. It is up to us to have the viewpoint that it is here in the physical down here, and we keep going back up and down in every moment. There is no difference between this Mani, this brilliant jewel that we are, and the anda, this egg of creation, the egg of everything. So we can do the Om both on the in-breath and the out-breath. Because when we do it on the out-breath, we are doing this creation of the Bur, Bhuva, Svaha, back into this idea of the self. So I thank you, my friends, for sharing in my highest bliss. Good to see your energy again. Thanks for sharing in my highest bliss. Clearly, I went back to nowhere. Back to the anda. And shine on from your inner being, with your inner being, as your inner being. And make it a great day. Because why would you leave it up to anyone else? Hasananati karataha.